Hello and good afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to The Den Creative. For today's pick a card reading, we're going to be figuring out what it is that you're currently manifesting. And if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to try to center your energy and focus on piles number 1, 2, or 3. If more than one pile calls out to you, there may be a message in each pile for you. And as soon as you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check for the timestamps in the description box below, and I also try to pin it as the top comment below. Without delaying this any further, I'm going to go ahead and give you a moment to meditate on the cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, group number 1, let's figure out what you are currently manifesting in your life. Alright, group number 1, we're going to go ahead and start right here with these two Gypsy Witch fortune telling cards. Every other group got one card, but you guys got 2 cards. So we'll start here with the Rose, and the Rose is all about beauty and health. So to me, this looks like you are manifesting, it feels like a more natural beauty. Beauty, taking care of your body, self-care. If you are getting new makeup products or beauty products, they seem to be of a more healthy or natural essence, I guess you could say. And the health is pretty self-explanatory. It just feels to me like you guys are taking your health more seriously. Maybe you recently had a health scare. If you're watching this at the time of my posting, I think the whole CV going around is enough of a health scare for just about anybody, so it might just be that. But it looks to me like you're looking more after yourself and taking better care of yourself, both physically, mentally, emotionally, all the things. And then here with the Sun is all about happiness and even popularity. And usually when people get this card, it can indicate gatherings of friends. And again, if you're watching this at the time of my posting, there's not a lot of that going on. But you can still gather with friends online. You can start a Zoom meeting with your group of friends. You can meet up with your family members on FaceTime, stuff like that. But if you are watching this at a later time, just know that you are out and about, you're popular, you got a lot going on. And even if you are watching this when I'm posting it, you can still get out and get in nature and actually enjoy that sun. You have a sun and then you have a rose. Maybe just spending time in nature is going to be a really beneficial thing for you, and you're going to be manifesting. I feel like it's just this beautiful area that you can go and hang out in, whether that's your own beautiful backyard, somewhere near a creek or a river, a hiking trail, whatever it is that tickles your fancy. I even see someone like down on the beach by an ocean. Whatever natural environment brings you joy, I feel like you will soon be able to go there. Even if you're just doing little day trips to visit and not staying overnight, that still will count as some sort of travel or just visiting somewhere that's not just your backyard. So then here we have the Seek card, and it is a number 9 of completion. So it feels to me like coming into this reading, you guys are closing out a cycle in your life, or you recently have closed out a cycle or made a pretty significant change where you closed one chapter and started another. It says here seek, so it feels to me like you guys are looking for or have been looking for answers, but because this is what you're manifesting, those answers you've been seeking will come to you. And I feel for most of you that's going to be through some sort of meditation or just like light bulb moment that goes off in your head. It's going to be more of an internal finding than an external finding. But that doesn't mean you can't actually also have an external validation of this inner seeking that you're doing. In general, it just feels to me like you guys are really finding out who you are and really expanding yourselves from the inside out. Then here we have positive expectations. So you are manifesting positive outcomes because you've been thinking in positive terms, using positive affirmations, thinking positively, on looking on the bright side. Even if the world is falling apart, you're looking at what is still working, what is still right in the world, how nature is cleaning itself up as the humans have kind of gone inside, stuff like that. You guys are just really looking for and then gaining the benefit of seeing it as the fruits of your positive thinking labor. You guys are going to be reaping those fruits by taking very good care of yourself. And then here with the dietary change, this just goes hand in hand with everything we've been saying so far. Improve your diet and your life will also improve. it is so important, the things that we are putting into our body and fueling our body with. The stuff that we eat now, our ancestors and even our great-grandparents would just be appalled and like slap us upside the head, like, you call that food? That's not food, that's chemicals and cardboard. I don't know what it is you're eating. But we should try to eat as closely to what our great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, and even farther back down the line ate, and try to avoid all these processed foods, GMO foods, all of that. I recently read somewhere, and take this with a grain of salt, do your own research. I'm not sure if this is even correct, but it did resonate with me that a person now has to eat 6 apples to get the same nutrients and nutritional benefit of 1 apple from even 40, 50 years ago. Just let that sink in. That's just gross. And I don't think most of us want to live that way. It's just we've grown accustomed to living that way because, we go to the store, that's where we get our produce. A lot of us don't grow our own food, and if you do, props to you. You may be growing your own food this year or in the near future, but try to get back to as close to whole foods, plant-based foods if you can, or if you are eating meat, try to get something that's more locally grown without all the antibiotics and hormones injected in, and just try to be really mindful of what you're eating. But because this is what you're manifesting, it feels to me like this change is going to be a welcome change in your life, and you're going to be excited about making a change for the better for your health, for your lifestyle in general. And then here we have the Strength card, and this is a pretty self-explanatory card, but it feels to me like all this inner wisdom that you are seeking and retrieving, because when you seek, you shall find. So the more you spend time in meditation, the more you spend time in nature and just be really present in the present moment, taking care of yourself, you're going to find this sense of inner strength that you just never knew you had. You're going to be really shining, especially if you're someone who has like a low willpower or whatever when it comes to food or just exercising, taking care of yourself, procrastinating, saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. This just feels to me like you're going to just put your own foot down and just be like, no, I'm doing it now. And you're going to have this kind of passion and drive behind that decision to change your life for the better. And it's going to feel like a forward momentum and not a 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of thing. Like I feel for you guys it may have been in the past when changing your diet and exercising. I think a lot of us can resonate with that because it is hard to move our bodies in such a sedentary society. And to be, again, eating the foods that we know are best for us, it's hard. But with this Strength card, it looks to me like you guys are going to be finding that inner strength, that inner power to make any changes in your life that you need to for the better. And then here we have the 6 card, which is all about love. And 6s are all about that motherly energy, that feminine, creative energy even. And you guys are expanding your heart chakra. And I even feel for many of you, your throat chakra, just being able to communicate more. And you are getting more love in your life, whether that's through friends, family, a significant other. If you're single, you may be finding somebody, you may be finding a soulmate at this time. And it's because you've taken such good care of yourself that you're gonna attract this love into your life. Again, whether you're single or with someone already, the amount of love you feel and can give to others is just gonna expand, expand, expand. And Jupiter is nowhere on this reading, but I just feel such strong Jupiter vibes for you guys. So maybe Jupiter is transiting your 1st house right now, or even your 7th house with this love, or even your 6th house with all these routine changes you want to make, or even your 12th house with all this inner kind of more meditative stuff that's going on. And even some people's 9th house with, their beliefs and all of that. So I don't know if that resonates for any of you. Either you may have Jupiter in that house in your natal chart, or it's transiting that house in the sky right now. Then here we have the Babaji card. I can never say his first name right, but it's Mahavatar Babaji. I did say it right that time, I think, but this is that card all about soul expansion. And it says here, your consciousness is expanding. You are understanding the connections between all things. And this is just that beautiful card of awakening And, again, with that word expansion, there's lots of Jupiterian vibes going on for me with you guys. Sun, Moon, or Rising in Pisces or Sagittarius. I do follow the Vedic system of astrology, so I'm not sure if Jupiter rules both those houses in Western astrology. I know it does rule Pisces, but I could be wrong about Sagittarius. I'm not 100% sure. But for the Vedic sidereal astrology, it does rule both of those. So I feel like Jupiter's very important to you guys. And Jupiter is currently just went into Capricorn in the Vedic sidereal astrology. So I think it's already in Capricorn in Western, maybe even Aquarius at this point. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is still Capricorn because it's about 23, 24 degrees ahead of the sidereal system. But wherever Jupiter's transiting in your house is becoming an area that's really going to be expanding in your life. So then here we have the Appreciate Everything card, and I think this fits really beautifully with this 6, with that motherly energy. And this egg here, even though it's outside of her, it's very close to her chest and her heart. And to me, this just really says you're going to learn a lot of self-love, and you're manifesting so much appreciation and gratitude for the little things in life. Because all these cards are very simple. I mean, there's very simple stuff going on. Meditation, time in nature, a little Tiger King action going on with these lions and tigers here. And then all this fun little garden party tea going on here with this grandmotherly looking fairy and this younger looking lady fairy. And this is calling to me for you guys to really enjoy those simple things in life. You guys really will be manifesting, reaping the joys out of the simple things in life. And I was just reading and finished up yesterday a book called The Little Book of Hygge, and it's spelled Hyggge, I believe. It's just basically learning to live a cozy life and just really appreciating the little things and making life all cozy and comfy. And I'm getting major Hygge vibes from you guys as well. So yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing for you guys. I really do hope this resonated. I didn't want these to be too long, but it looks like I've already gone like 12 to 13 minutes, somewhere in there on your guys' reading. I do apologize if this is a little long-winded, but whatever messages are coming out, they're coming out, and I don't want to try to censor them if I can. Thanks again, you guys, for checking this out, and as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things, and I really truly do hope to see you back at the Den Creative. Alright, bye! Alright, group number 2, let's find out what you are currently manifesting for your future. Alright, group number 2, so let's go ahead and start with our Gypsy Witch fortune telling card, and you guys got number 4, which is the Key. This is a very lucky card, so you are basically unlocking the keys to your own happiness, your own dreams and desires. Your wishes are really coming into alignment to start coming true for you guys. And it's funny here because it's really sticking out to me. It says identify change. You have this key and she's opening this door to this just beautiful overflow of flowers here. And we'll get back to this card, but you've got the key twice. So this is really important to let you guys know that you hold the keys to your own happiness, your own future, what happens in your life. You guys are in charge. You guys have the key. You guys are in the driver's seat. All of the cliches, you guys have them. You guys are ready to take control of your future. And it feels really good to me because it feels to me like you guys haven't had the easiest go of things lately. And this is just letting you know that change that you've been wanting is on the horizon for you guys, and all you have to do is hold that key confidently and be ready to put it in the lock and open the door. So then here we have the number 5, which is again all about change, and there are big, beautiful changes coming up in your life, and for many of you that will involve your throat chakra, communicating, speaking your truth, starting YouTube channels, or public speaking, or speaking out on social media, something like that. You guys are really coming into your own and really learning that inner truth about yourself and wanting to share that with the world. Especially right now, if you're watching this at the time of my posting, this is a great time for you to go within and really learn who it is you are and what it is you came here to do. Then here we have the Walk Away card. Leave the unhealthy situation, enjoy new doors that will open as a result. Hilarious. We have this key opening that door, and we have the key here talking about opening new doors. So it feels to me like once you guys release something, whether that's a belief system, a relationship, a job, something that's toxic or just not working in your life, and for some people that may be as simple as clearing some clutter out of your closet and donating it. It can be that simple, because that will help free up some space for new energy to flow into your life. And it feels to me like you guys are walking away from something that is no longer serving you. Again, it could just be those old coats in your closet that you want to get rid of. It could be a toxic narcissistic relationship. I see somebody who's been contemplating for quite a while about leaving either your spouse or your boyfriend. Feels like a feminine energy, so you're wanting to leave someone with a more masculine energy. And once you do that, new doors will open as a result of your finally figuring out that this is no longer for you and you're walking away from it. Even if you're just energetically walking away from something that's no longer serving you. Then here we have look inside yourself. You guys are manifesting a more spiritual connection with your higher self, your inner self, your soul, whatever you want to call that fractal of yourself that is a piece of the divine. You are coming into contact with that and really looking to that aspect of yourself for guidance in your life, and not just relying on your ego or that kind of automatic reaction that you will get when things happen. You're kind of maybe taking that step back, and instead of reacting to a horrible situation or something that's uncomfortable, you're taking that step back to really analyze and get in touch with that inner self, to realize what is it that's going on, what's really going on. Is this person projecting their feelings onto me or their beliefs onto me? Is this job reflecting something about me? Really get in touch with that inner self to get the keys to unlock what it is that you need to be doing in life. Because I feel like many of you guys are kind of in the limbo stage of being about ready to kind of blow out in some new direction, in some really cool new change in direction in life. And then with this Fool card, it's just that free spirit, that let's start something new energy, and you guys are very supported with that. And then again, I don't remember if I said anything about this number 4 here, but number 4s are all about support from your spirit guides, your angels, crossed over loved ones. You have that support, and 4s are good about starting a new foundation to be able to create something new. This Fool is definitely ready. You are manifesting that carefree, free-spirited energy to really go after what it is that you want in life and start something new. And then here with the Melchizedek Higher Learning card, it says you have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. So there may have been a lesson you recently learned, and that's kind of what's going on with this Walk Away card. Just walking away from what's not serving you anymore, to be able to really come into your own and learn, because when one door closes, another opens, that cliche. But when you open that new door, you don't just open it and everything's dandy. You usually have to kind of acclimate yourself to the new environment, get to know these new people that surround you, learn whatever tools of the trade you need to do to make this new thing work in your life. And even good change can be scary. So if you are feeling a little overwhelmed, you can always call on those spirit guides and angels to help support you in these times of change. But just knowing that this is what you are currently manifesting into your life, you are manifesting that more carefree spirit within you because you've decided to walk away from what's not serving you, and because you've decided to really look inside yourself and figure out what is serving you in life, going in that direction. Then here we have the Intuition card. 2 + 2 is another 4, that supportive energy. And 22 is that master number. You have plans and you're going to start taking action in that direction to make your dreams come true, to make your life what you've always wanted it to be. It just feels like a big reset button has been pushed for you guys, and you're ready to start with a new clean slate. And because it says here intuition, and then looking inside yourself, and then the higher learning, this feels like your intuition, your crown chakra, your heart chakra, your third eye chakra, they're all really going to be opening, and of course throat chakra, are all going to be opening for you at this time to really expand your consciousness and expand your soul and allow more of your soul to come and sit inside your body and make that ego step aside a little bit. It feels like that's what you're manifesting for sure. And then with the Identify Change card, this is just identifying the changes you need to make in your life so that you can, steer your boat or your car in the direction you want to go. Because many of us have spent many years just kind of being thrown around with the waves and not really knowing what direction we even want to go. We're just kind of letting life happen to us and not for us. And we all kind of get sucked into that once in a while. And after a while, many people just say enough's enough, and they either have a big meltdown or they just kind of take a big breath and really start to analyze what it is they want and what direction they want to go in life. And it feels to me like you guys are going to be taking that big reset button, that big deep breath to really align your spirit and yourself with the direction you know you want to go in life. And I'm sorry this is a little vague, but it feels to me like you guys are a very wide range group. I'm getting lots of different paths you're going, but even if you're older, it's never too late to start over. It's never too late to start over. There are many artists and writers who didn't, make their first work or publish their first book till they were in their 50s or 60s. It's not too late. Whatever dreams are in your heart, think of them right now. Take a deep breath and close your eyes and just think of whatever big dream is in your heart. And realize, get in touch with that inner soul part of yourself and realize that dream was put there because it was meant for you. The things that are not meant for you, usually you're just really neutral to them or they just don't come across your radar at all. But if something is just lights you up when you think about it, it was meant for you. So whatever dream that is, this is just letting you know you have the keys within you to unlock the door of your dreams. And the best way to go ahead and do that is to get in touch with yourself, release what's not serving you, and then try to take the first steps in the direction that you know you need to go. So yeah, group number 2, I think that's all I'm seeing for you. I hope you got a little nugget or two of wisdom out of this reading. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you back at the Done Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 3, let's figure out what it is that you are currently manifesting in your life. So let's go ahead and start here with the Gypsy Witch fortune telling card. And you guys have the mouse. And this card usually talks about that recovery after difficulty. So recently you guys may have been through a really tough situation. Maybe you lost a job, maybe you lost a relationship, or a loved one may have even recently passed away, or over the last year even, because grief is something that time can't really put a limit on. So it just feels like this devastation that happened to you in the past. This is not something you're manifesting. This is past energy. This is saying you are manifesting the recovery after that. This is that rainbow after the storm coming in for you. And it feels like you guys had gone through some dark times, and that is all behind you now. And we're going to go ahead and start up here with this number 5, and it says teach. And 5s are all about change. So this big loss you had in your life, or just things that maybe didn't go your way, it doesn't have to be a complete devastation. Someone has recently lost a grandfather, or someone who was like a grandfather to them, and then someone else lost their job, or is just really worried about their financial future. The 5 just is talking about these big changes you've recently had in your life. And what it is it's teaching you a new way forward. Maybe the way you were living was working for a while, but this is just teaching you that there is a better way to live, a more fulfilling and purposeful way for you to live. And it's gonna finally be your time to shine. But that's not to say there still isn't some work ahead with going within and really figuring out what it is you want to do and who it is that you really are. Then here we have the Admit Your True Feelings to Yourself card. It says, be honest with yourself. Only you know what it is that you truly desire. And many of us, we get swept up in the keeping up with the Joneses lifestyle, and we think we want all these things, and then we get these things, and then we just want different things or more things, and nothing ever makes us truly happy. And this is just calling you to go within and really feel into your soul part of yourself. So this is really just asking you to go within and realize what it is that you guys need to be doing with your life, what it is your soul came here to accomplish. Because a lot of this keeping up with the Joneses and consumer culture just isn't it. It really does actually hurt our souls to see the amount of destruction and damage that we and others are doing to this planet by keeping up in this consumerism lifestyle of what most societies are like these days. And that's not a sustainable way to live, in probably even as far as the next generation of children. That's just not a sustainable lifestyle for them, and that's not a very responsible way that older generations are leaving the planet in right now. But it feels to me like you guys, part of your reason for coming here was to change the way things are going. You guys may be indigos, crystals, rainbows, Blu-ray souls, all the different labels you want to put on things. You guys are star seeds, light workers, whatever you want to call all that. You guys are here to make a better, different world. Again, changes are scary. Even really beautiful changes are scary, and it's hard to see, even when we know it's needed, it's still hard to see the whole financial system crumble. It's hard to see the different government systems crumble or not work, the stock market crashing, stuff like that. It's very scary because we don't know a very certain future when things like that go wrong. All along, many of us knew that system, that financial system put in place, the Federal Reserve, just wasn't the right way to be going. And we maybe want to go back to the gold standard or some completely new way of having our currency flow through the world. It's very unsure and unstable right now. And even if that's not what you've been thinking about, it's just something that the whole world is kind of going through right now. So that's an example of just how big these changes are in your life and are going to continue to be. Then we have the parenting and children card, and this to me always feels like that generational card, breaking toxic cycles from the past generations. So maybe your parent or parents were alcoholics, or they abused each other or you, or different religions, things that are carried on from generation to generation through family lineage. These are things, and they're especially the bad things. These are things you guys are breaking cycles on, or have already broken cycles on. Say if you have your own children, you knew what you didn't want to do for those children. You knew certain cycles in the parent-child relationship that you were going to break with your own children and create new ones. And this is all about destroying what was old to create some new and beautiful thing in its place. And I don't think I had mentioned earlier, but the 2 plus the 9, that equals 11, and that is a master number of new beginnings, awakenings, and even support from your guides and angels. And then with the 6, that's that motherly energy, that unconditional love. You guys are finding that unconditional love to give to yourself so that you can give it to other people. And then with this 9 of Wands in reverse, again, this feels like the past to me. Everything felt like it was crumbling, and goals that you had just weren't being accomplished. Maybe you were really making some ground on some goals you had, and then all of a sudden that just got ground to a halt, and it's either put on the back burner or completely scrapped. But this feels to me like, that wheel's gonna start turning again. Maybe just slowly at first, but you guys are coming out of that old heavy energy and really gonna start lifting your head back up and, dusting yourself off and saying, okay, what is it I want to accomplish, and then what is it I need to do to get there? A big way you're gonna get there is by the Kali Ma card, facing your fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. And that really goes well with what we've been saying about the old crumbling to make room for the new. You can call on Kali Ma if you are afraid, or if you're really going through these changes in life, to help support you and keep you out of fear and to keep you in your heart space during this transitional period. It does feel to me that this transitional period, for some of you, may just be beginning, but for others of you, you may be in the tail end of this transition and coming into your happy ending. But either way, just starting or at the tail end, this is going to garner you a happy ending. That 9 plus 3 equals 12, 1 plus 2 equals 3. Very creative. You are creating your future. And for some of you, you may be actually having your own children after this this card, this section of cards here feels very stormy to me as I mess them all up. Tornado. This section looks very stormy to me, and again, this feels like past energy or, what you're coming out of. So for someone in particular, I'm seeing that may have been miscarriages or infertility, problems with fertility, that you're coming out of that, and you will get that happy ending. You will be able to conceive. You will be able to find a surrogate. However it is that you're meant to become a parent will happen for you, because I feel like this is very important part of your path, is to be a parental figure to someone. Even if you don't want children, you can still be that auntie or uncle to nieces, nephews, friends, children, stuff like that. And also, we do have a little Pomeranian sitting over here. You may be a dog mom or a cat mom or dad, something like that, but you are meant to share your love, your unconditional love, with people who need your help, people who are unable to take care of themselves. And that even could be someone elderly who's almost in a childlike state because they can't take care of themselves. So maybe you're taking care of an elderly parent during this time, or had been taking care of an elderly parent that died recently, and that's been that devastation for you. Something like that. Take what resonates. This is a general reading, so just take what resonates. But we do have this happy ending card, so just know, even if you're still in the thick of all this change and destruction going on in your life, that's just making room to build something beautiful and fresh and new, and you're the one creating it. With that 3, you are that creator, holding the pen, holding the paintbrush, ready to create the life you want. And the way you're going to do that is by using your wisdom, using your inner wisdom. We all have this light within us that shines. Some days it may be dim, other days it may be very bright, but you can brighten that light by using that inner wisdom and trusting in yourself, in your soul. Admit your true feelings to yourself. If a relationship is draining you, if a job is draining you, if where you're living is draining you, you have the power to change that and move on from that place, that person, that job, that toxic situation, whatever it is. You are moving through it to get that happy ending and to make your life the polished jewel that it was always meant to be. It feels to me like you will use your inner self, your inner guidance, your spirit guides, angels, God. You will use your faith and your trust in the universe to accomplish what it is you're setting out to do. So this isn't going to be easy for you guys, just like life is never easy for most of us, but you are manifesting these things to fall away so that it can make room for this beautiful future, even if it's not for 2 years or so. I'm seeing for many of you, you'll see the real big fruits of this change coming into you in 2 years. But some of the best things in life are worth waiting for if you can just get through this storm. And my heart does go out to you guys if you are dealing with this storm. And if you haven't had this shake up in life, you may want to try to pick a different pile, because I'm getting very strongly that this message needed to come through for this pile about all the stuff you've been through, even if it's since your childhood. Maybe you had a rough childhood, but maybe your adult life has been pretty okay until now. This could be far back as your childhood or even past life energy coming in, but I think for most of you, this is recent stuff that has gone on or is still going on right now. And it's just, I want you to, if you take anything away from this reading, to know you have a happy ending on the horizon. There is a happy outcome for whatever storm you've been waging through or going through in life. The key, much like group number 2, the key to unlocking all of this is within you. That light within you is what's going to shine the light in the darkness of all that you've been through to find that happiness and build that life that you've always wanted. So yeah, you guys, I think this is all I'm seeing for you. And as always, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you back at the Done Creative. All right, bye.